Okay, so um, referring back to the old video, how I got to Cape Town and the advice that I basically got from Justine was that basically I just had to start taking control of my life, and she actually she actually recommended a book called Boundaries, and I think in doing so, she probably saw like at the time I probably didn't have the best sort of boundaries with regards to like my work and how I handled myself in terms of like taking work from people that I probably shouldn't have, and probably overextending myself sometimes to people that really didn't deserve it. So yeah, I probably just have to say thank you to Justine for recognizing that in me, probably seeing that I was probably a young, just a young person just trying to make it within the industry, and coming from a family where like, we just have to earn everything that's given to you. I probably saw it fit that every opportunity I had, I just had to basically work hard for, and not coming from riches. I just knew that if I was gonna make it in Cape Town, that I had to, just be the best and work the hardest. So I basically got an opportunity in 2017 when a friend of mine got a message or a text from his lecturer at the time, but we all studied at the same place, and I basically just tagged along with him, which is what the situation was at the time. Just two teenagers just like trying to tackle the world, and I was basically just being there as a means of support. Really, I wasn't even going there for work. So my friend got this opportunity, and obviously being a friend, I decided that it was probably best that we just like both go together. And we went with his girlfriend at the time. The three of us rocked up to the school where they said there would be these guys and they would be filming some sports. And it's just two lovely guys. And in meeting them, you could just tell like they had like a sense of just a sense of ease in terms of just giving young people opportunity at the time. Remember, not a lot of job opportunities were available at the time, and I'm sure everyone knows about the unemployment in South Africa. So just saw that as a good opportunity to step into the space, So basically in being there, these two guys were like, hey, this is basically a live broadcast, and how it works is every move and every capturing and moment that's done is basically live. So it's not being set or saved on memory card or anything. So we basically had no idea of how it worked. I truly had no idea of live broadcasting at the time. Of course, I watched like a lot of sports and yeah, probably. Okay, so what I was saying was I basically consumed more sports than I actually knew how to film, and that's that's basically what got me the opportunity in that moment when we went for the job. Is that they just asked politely, like, "Hey guys, um, are there any extra like hands today that could hop on a camera?" And um, basically, I was like, "Yeah, man. Like, I love sports. I literally spent almost every weekend as a teenager just yeah, sitting in front of a TV watching could be motorsport, tennis, um, yeah, whatever you could think of at the time that was playing, I was probably watching it. Football, um, rugby, yeah. So it being my first time actually filming it, I was like, there was a sense of trepidation there, like, can I actually do this, and how exactly does it work? Like, if I mess up, like, is there gonna be a backlash? Is there gonna be like any yeah, are there gonna be consequences to what happens? And of course, not knowing at the time, like, it was a very startup operation. Uh, yeah, not a lot of people knew about the company at the time, and it was only School Sport Live at the time. So the guys were really just trying to push the agenda of like, hey, let's go to like schools and film like schoolboy rugby and try get into like the environment of children and uh, what what that space was like at the time, because obviously it was always big, going to schools like Jeppe, like Kes, like Rondo Bosch, um, um, with the Derby. So it was just an interesting space to be in at the time, and knowing that, or knowing how big that could grow, I definitely wanted to see myself as a part of it. So yeah, I just jumped at the opportunity, and once we started, I think literally there was no stop. We just kept going, and I remember at some point I was like, I could actually see myself doing this as a living. Of course, I was studying at the time for film and TV, and prior to that, I was studying aeronautics, but not through any means of my own. So I definitely had to push in that space. Yeah. So to break it down, basically, I sat down with my mom. I think in maybe if this happened in 2017, it would have been somewhere in 2017. I'd say like maybe October. I need to go check through my text, but definitely like October time. And I think I just sat down with her and I told her, like, listen, I really enjoy what I'm doing at the moment, and yeah, I just like to pursue this like full time. And then I think that being like the first conversation I'd really had with, well, just my mom, because at the time, like, my dad and I weren't really speaking, but I think having that conversation with her at the time kind of showed her like I really had a passion for this thing, and she actually like just took me seriously, and she asked me like, how do you think we can make it work for you? And I was like, yeah, I'll just have a conversation with the guys that gave us the opportunity to film the school rugby. In particular with Andrew, or VC as people would know him. And yeah, it kind of just took off from there. Like, he just at some point, I remember he sent me a text saying, because I think we did have like a brief conversation about whether I would want to come down there or not. And I said, yeah, I definitely would love to, but obviously I just need to find like the financials to make means down there if I had to make the move. So I basically just decided, within a space of a week, that it was time to move to Cape Town. Yeah, and if anyone who knows me looks back to my time in Joburg, I think, even for myself at the time, I think probably I outlived the time I should have spent there. Like, I love Joburg and I love everything around it, but there was a sense of feeling that, as much as I would love to stay there, like, because obviously like my whole family is up there, the opportunity was too big not to come down. So yeah, we decided to sell my car, to fund the move to Cape Town. I bought a bus ticket that week. Yeah, bought a bus ticket, and then I can't remember like the time period, but like I remember it being like super quick, because before I knew it, I was at the bus station like with all my bags, and like just really afraid about like the journey I was gonna take, whether I'd even make it to Cape Town. You know, like the stories that you hear of people traveling across the country and never making it to their destination. Those sort of thoughts like came into my head. So leaving my place, my home, at the age of like 18, 19, it was just like really scary. And yeah, doing so, like I saw like the amount of sacrifice as well that my mom also was making, because it wasn't just easy to let your last born like leave the house and just go do his own thing, you know. Like, there's always a form of fear there as well. And I know like the first couple months for her as well were pretty rough. Yeah, so that's basically how I moved to Cape Town, guys. It wasn't easy. It definitely wasn't easy, but like the opportunity was bigger than the fear. That's all I can say. Like, it was just too big. Like, I remember this place being my dream. Like, I would come here when I was like 11, 12, 13, on holidays with my family, and I'd always enjoy it. Like, I love the people, I love the lifestyle. Yeah, I love the sense of freedom that you get here that maybe you wouldn't get as much in Johannesburg. And I think maybe my inner child probably was just asking for that, like for me to jump at that opportunity again, because I kind of knew like how big it could be for my career. So taking the step to move here was definitely, I could say, the right one. Yeah, that's halftime team talks, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll definitely do an update on my jobs, and yeah, how I made it in Cape Town. Yeah, sweet.